guys, welcome back to my channel. Can you stinking believe it's May? May is almost June, and June is halfway through the year. We're almost halfway done with 2021. The year flew by for me. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's flying. So this month, I have to be honest, I don't have a whole ton of products that I absolutely loved, loved enough to include in this video and tell you guys that I loved. But I did heavily shop the Sephora sale. If you guys haven't seen my haul, I will link it down below for you. And I've been slowly testing out some of those products, and I have a feeling I'm gonna really like a whole bunch of them. So stay tuned for like a bunch of new favorites coming up very, very soon. But as far as the month of April, I didn't fall in love with too many things, but there was a couple. So this first product I did mention in that Sephora haul, but I ended up purchasing this at Ulta actually, using my Ulta points earlier in the month. So I had a good amount of time to really get, a chance to use it. It's the Too Faced Teddy Bear eyeshadow palette. I will say it's much smaller than I was expecting. I just thought it was gonna be the same size as their chocolate bar palettes. It's a lot smaller than that. I also thought it was a little bit weird that they're combining teddy bears with being bare, B-A-R, naked. So they're doing this weird combination of bear and bear, and I'm like, can we just pick one or the other? You're going from one extreme to the other. I'm just a little bit thrown off by the theme, but it's very, very cute. I just wish this was B-E-A-R instead of B-A-R-E, you know what and even the names of the powders are there's Lace Teddy, okay, but then there's also Fuzzy Wuzzy and Pot of Honey. So I'm like, can you just, pick a theme? Anyways, aside from that, the colors in the palette are actually really pretty. I've been using this palette a lot lately. I used it today. I used it in a couple of videos. I really am into these pinky browns. So this was right up my alley, of course, the colors that I really, really liked. So I really like this. I know it's such a basic color to like, but this crease color right here is really pigmented, really smooth, not patchy. It applies super well. And I like the fact that they made that pan just, a little bit bigger than the others. So A+ Too Faced. Well, maybe A- because of the weird combination of themes. I've also really been liking this Kosas powder. It's the Cloud Set powder in the color Breezy. I picked this up sometime in March. Maybe it was actually February when it first released. And I think I got the wrong color. I would have probably preferred a color that was either a little bit more pink undertoned or maybe a little bit darker, but this was the only color that they had in store, so it's what I settled for. But it's very reminiscent of an Hourglass powder where it's not super luminous, it's not super matte, it's kind of like a lit from within. So I don't know, I really like it. I think the slight yellowness makes for a really good under eye setter. I've actually been using it for both under eyes and all over my face, and I like it either way. I know a lot of people in the beauty community are just now discovering this powder, but I've had it for a couple of months. So I've actually been using that to set this quite a bit. Now this I did get during the Sephora sale, so I've only enjoyed it for half of the month, if I'm being honest, not the full month. So I'm kind of cheating here with the favorites, but this is the Fenty Beauty Ease Drops. These are her skin, what are they called? Blurring Skin Tint. I wear the color 4, which I think is a pretty good color match for me. This reminds me a lot of the Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua. Do you guys remember when that was huge? I know I was obsessed with it. See, the color I think blends pretty well into my hand and my face, especially now that it's summertime and I have a little bit of a tan or weird tan lines. But this has that same concept as the Vita Lumiere Aqua. I feel it applies very similarly as the Vita Lumiere Aqua, but it's much cheaper, a huge color range, and it's Fenty instead of Chanel. So I have been setting this with this, and I really, really like the way that looks. So favorite blush for the month has been this Patrick Ta Split Pan. These are called the Double Take Cream and Powder Blushes. This one's in the shade She's That Girl. I used this for the first time in a video, and I was shocked at how much I actually really, really liked it. I wish I would have got more colors during the sale, but Patrick Ta is one of those kind of expensive brands where you can't just buy all the colors because you want to. You gotta slowly build your collection, you know what I mean? So maybe I'll pick up another color eventually one day, but here is what this one looks like. So you have this cream blush right here, and I like the fact that it has this plastic extra covering to protect the cream blush. That's the problem when companies mix cream and powder, is sometimes the powder will kick up and get into your cream. So I like the fact that they have them separate but together. So I like to wear them either together or, you know, separate on their own. I think they work great either way. I like the color. It looks really dark and really intense, but it shears out really well on the cheeks. In fact, I will put it on top of what I'm wearing today so you can see. The blush I'm wearing today is very subtle. So I will put the powder. See, it adds just like a little bit more color. Like it's nothing crazy. So I've really been liking it. Okay, last love, and then I do actually have a product that was a miss for me this month. I rarely talk about products that I don't like, but this one I think is worth mentioning. But this one I do like. It's by Sunday Riley. It's their Lighthearted Broad Spectrum SPF. First of all, the packaging is really cute. I will say it's a lot smaller. Like it just seems a lot smaller than I was expecting. I don't know if that's because of like the shape of the bottle or if it truly is just significantly smaller than other sunscreens. It's 1.5 fluid ounces, so that's not horrible, but this is a hybrid sunscreen. So it has a chemical and mineral formula. So they mix the two formulas together. So it has elements of both of them. And because of that, you don't have that super harsh white flashback that you get when you wear just a mineral foundation, and you get some of the benefits of wearing a chemical foundation too. So it's just a nice like hybrid formula, and I've really been enjoying it. I haven't really had a sunscreen like that before, and it's also slightly tinted pink, which is really nice because when you put it on you can see where it is, but then, you know, it blends out and you can't see it anymore. This is also the first sunscreen I've discovered that actually is marketed to protect against blue light defense. I know everybody is all about blue lighting and blue light defense these days, so I just found it interesting that this actually like says it's supposed to protect against that. I don't know how I feel about blue light defense right now, but I just think it's pretty cool that it does. Also, it wears very nicely on the skin. It's not sticky. It feels very nice and smooth and lightweight on your face. Like you don't feel like you're wearing a heavy sunscreen. Okay, let's talk about the miss. I am so sad to say that this was a miss, but it's the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara. I've had this for a while. In fact, I've had it for like a year probably, and I tried it once or twice and I was like okay about it. And then I actually got the Hourglass Unlocked Mascara. Of course, you guys know, fell in love with it. I used that one particular tube of mascara for like 8 months. Like I loved it so much. I finally ended up repurchasing it, but once I had that mascara, I didn't find the need to use another mascara, but once it hit its breaking point before I repurchased it, I pulled this out to use it again, and this mascara smudges on me so bad, you guys, and I'm not like a smudgy mascara person. Like I don't feel like that's typically an issue for me. It's not a problem with like really any mascaras, but this one I noticed gets like right here, like right on my brow bone where my eyelashes touch my brow bone. It smudges. It's the most bizarre, strange thing. And then I also noticed one of the days I wore it, it smudged like right here on me, which was so weird. So I don't know what it is about the particular formula, if it was a combination of that and like my foundation, but I wore it with different foundations because I've tried it like 7 times, really trying to give it a proper shot. And every single time I wear it, it smudges inevitably somewhere on my eyes. And I don't like that look. I don't think anybody really likes that look. So it's a bummer because this is a very expensive mascara. It's probably in like the $30 range if I remember correctly, so not something you want to waste your money on, you know what I mean? So if you're thinking about purchasing this, I would say maybe consider the Hourglass Unlocked instead. They're relatively the same price and that one is so much better. I'm sorry, Pat. I really wanted to love you. I really did. Okay guys, well that is it for my April favorites and one flop. I hope that you enjoyed watching me and hearing me talk about what I liked this month. And on to May. I'm excited for May. Our pool finally opens so I can bring my son there. He's like in this age where he just loves being outside and outdoors, and I'm so excited for pool weather. Memorial Day, my anniversary is this month, Matt's birthday is this month. So there's a lot, Matt's my husband by the way. There's just a lot going on. Mother's Day is this month. There's a lot going on this month, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm very hopeful for it being a really great month for me and for you guys and for the rest of the world. And yeah, that's about it. I'll talk to you next time.